That'd be kind
But
of
see, on my
unusual.
side, it says you are live.
Interesting. Interesting. Right?
Odd, isn't it?
Oh,
Hey, if it's going to happen, it happens with me.
I do see you. Interesting. Interesting. Sorry, I don't want you.
But I don't see you.
That is. If you go on Facebook right now, if you go under Jordan's Way, you're going to see both of us. Okay, are you on your phone or
So if I go onto Facebook, all right.
go under Jordan's Way,
No.
and you're going to scroll down a little bit, and you're going to see me and you speaking to each other. Because I see.
Really? Okay. Well, I don't, but that's okay.
All right. Oh, what happened? Crap. I'm talking to myself now. This didn't work. We tried to speak to Michelle from Paw Paws Pet Rescue. We're going to try that one again. We're going to try that one again. Let's try to get her back in here. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to talk to another amazing shelter director from Paw Paws Pet Rescue. Michelle, you there?
I'm here. How are you?
Good. How are you? I lost you for a second. You see me yet?
I don't see you yet, but no, that's fine.
Yeah, like I said, if you go on your phone and you go on Jordan's Way, you're going to see us. About 15 people are watching us right now. So tell me a little bit about your shelter out here you said you're in the boonies. So tell me about the boonies and your shelter.
Well, we
Rescue.
are out in the boonies. We are Paw Paws Pet Rescue. Last year, we were fortunate enough to purchase 10 acres of property, and we were able to get donations.
Oop, I think I might have kind of lost you. We got to try to get internet connection in the boonies. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I think it's delayed probably on my side.
That's okay. I'm actually at a hotel, so maybe it's the hotel. But I wanted to talk to you, Michelle, because I am doing this million subscriber challenge, and I'm going to all rescues and shelters across Florida and outside of Florida soon. So I want to meet all the rescues, all the shelters, have a lot of fun, do some kind of fun stuff when I go visit you guys. So I know that you start to speak a little bit about your rescue. Let's try that again though, because I think we got cut off a little bit. But I want everyone to know who you are and what your rescue is.
Well, our rescue is Paw Paws Pet Rescue. We are a medical needs rescue, and we rescue the dogs that are normally in high kill shelters,
Okay.
that are in the ISO units, and are usually not seen by other rescues or potential adopters. They're usually set for euthanasia. And with that being said, we rescue them, and we take on the medical costs and the actual medical rehabilitation of these animals. We are mainly a large dog rescue, but we do take in small dogs from time to time. We've partnered with other rescues on medical small dog hoarding situations. And, we have opportunities and challenges with other, I guess the best way to say it is, our mission statement is the best.
Okay.
And it is we rescue by need, not by breed.
I want to stop there. Richie, somebody on the feed, Richie asked where you guys are located.
We are located up in Hilliard, Florida, which is just about a mile south of St. George, Georgia.
Okay. Also, can you tell people your Facebook page, also your website? I always try to encourage people when I'm at your rescue to continue to like your page, to share your page, and to also go to their websites and help with any which way they can. So, can you give me your website and your Facebook page?
Sure. Our Facebook page is Paw Paws Pet Rescue. It's www.facebook.com/Paw Paws Pet, PET. And our website is our rescue name, pawpawspetrescue.com.
So today I was at Helping Hounds Project with Miss Tasley and her crew up there. They had some monstrous dogs up there. So tell me what the biggest dog you have.
The biggest one that we have on property right now would be our Husky hybrid.
Oh, nice.
And that would be Falcon. He was rescued out of Moultrie, Georgia. And he is actually a rescue favorite. So he's actually still up on the property.
Nice. I
want to say he's close to about 90 pounds.
Oh my God, I love it. Yeah, today I got to hang out with the at Safe Animal Shelter and Helping Hounds Project, and they had some amazing animals. Debbie Robson is on the feed right now asking if you have any Boston Terriers. I don't know if you have any Boston Terriers. It's not like the biggest dog in the world, but how many
Yeah,
animals
no, we don't. Actually, on our property right now, we have 31.
Oh wow, very cool. And,
So, yep.
No, keep going. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We our as far as Boston Terriers, no, we don't get those in, and those are mainly breed specific rescue dogs. So I would encourage Debbie to go ahead and possibly contact a Boston Terrier rescue.
Okay. The other thing I wanted to ask you about, I ask all the rescues on live feed because I want people to understand. How have you guys been affected by COVID?
Actually, we haven't, which is very, well, I shouldn't say we haven't. We've had our donations are, a bit set back, but right. I want to tell you that our fosters have come out to help fostering hard to place dogs or medical dogs that are just coming out of surgery. And our adoptions have been phenomenal. Normally we are partnered with PetSmart charities. But we've one thing that this COVID-19 has done is brought back the old-fashioned way of getting adoptions, and that is not only through social media, but by word of mouth. And, we can't do events right now. So it's all about having the right contacts.
Yep, absolutely. I thank you, Richie Animals Rescue. They just said, love this. We are all for supporting different rescues. We're all in on the same team. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. I always look forward to meeting every rescue owner. I've gotten really great feedback about Miss Michelle over there, so I wanted to reach out to her because a lot of people have recommended her. So I am looking forward to seeing your rescue and seeing all the 31 dogs. And I don't know if you are allowed to say this yet, but I would like to come out there and do my George Foreman cookout with your 31 dogs. I go kennel to kennel, and
Oh wow!
It seems like
you would definitely be a favorite.
Oh, I did it. I did it today. I did. I fed some seriously big dogs with my little George Foreman grill. We went out there today I went to 2 shelters today. I'll be at probably 4 or 5 tomorrow and Sunday before I leave for Miami on Monday. But I would like to have a time slot to come see your place. I know you said it was in the boonies. That's all right. I like the boonies. I grew up in the sticks, so we're all good. So I just wanted to touch base.
Great, you'll be able to find us.
I'm looking at all the people. I'm looking at all the people coming into this feed. I don't know if these are your people or mine, but there's a lot of people coming in. Amanda Jordan, thank you for joining us.
Wow.
Marcia McMahon, thank you. Alan Poole, thank you. Patty Witz, thank you. Michael Goodwin, thank you for joining us. I'm on the live right now with Michelle Michelle Bigness comes in too as well. Thank you for joining us. Michelle, I can never say your rescue's name without fumbling. It's Paw Paws or Paws Paw?
Right. Paw Paws Pet Rescue. A lot of people just call us Paw Paws.
Paw Paws Pet Rescue. Mm-hmm. And you said Hilliard, Florida?
Hilliard,
Florida.
Now
Hilliard,
here's the interesting thing. When you go to pull that up on your GPS, it may not come up Hilliard. It may come up Kent, K-E-N-T, Florida. All of this property out here used to be farming, and it used to be all cornfields way back in the day. And they just recently paved the road that we live off of within the last 5 years. So it's just beginning to develop out here, I guess is a good way to put it. My neighbors are Brahma bulls, so you'll hear them and see them when you pull in.
Oh wow, that's awesome! That is awesome. So so how did you start this? Is this you by yourself?
Oh, no. The credit goes to my husband. I am very blessed to have a very, very supportive husband.
Very nice.
Actually, he is called Paw Paw by our grandkids. So that's kind of why it's called Paw Paws Pet Rescue. He's nice. Actually the owner and the president of our rescue. He's pretty much behind the scenes. He's recently become more visible, is a good way to put it, in the last 2 or 3 years. And I'm very thankful for that. So we started this rescue back in 2011. We were fostering for another rescue. And we had been doing quite a bit of fostering over the years. And we knew that we could go ahead and probably make a difference. And the county that we live in, which is Nassau County, Florida, at the time did not have any dog rescues. They have plenty of cat rescues, but they didn't have any dog rescues. And they really needed help out here. This is a very, very large county. It's very, very rural. And there's not a lot of opportunity for the animals here. Okay. So that's kind of how we came to fruition. And we started with, I have to give the credit to Diane Wiles. She kind of caught my husband's eye when she posted this picture of a hound. And that kind of started it. And it's been all uphill from here. I mean, we've been growing quickly. We don't rescue by numbers. So, you know, I may be able to rescue 2 animals a month, 1 month. You know, for the month of April right now, we've already taken in 16. So it just depends on the need. It depends on foster availability, and it depends on, obviously, our finances.
Absolutely. Thank you. Michelle said she'd love to rescue. Michelle, where are you located? Are you near Paw Paws Pet Rescue over there in Kent, or if it comes up on my GPS, Kent, or I'm going to say the word wrong again. I'm going to say Hilliard or Hilliard. I'm gonna mess that up.
You're right. There you go. Hilliard is right.
So if anybody is close to them, guys, also guys, everybody that's on this feed listening right now, please go to Paw Paws Pet Rescue on Facebook and like them. Michelle, are you guys on Instagram?
We are, as Paw Paws Pet Rescue.
Okay, guys, please follow them on Instagram too. I always stress to people how important social media is, and the more you like them, the more you follow them, the louder their reach is. Every time they post something, every time they share something on their page about a dog or a cat, or even a fundraiser or an event coming up. Has any of your events, or if you guys do fundraisers, been affected by anything COVID related?
Well, our fundraising has been affected. So we've had to become creative to generate funds. We recently, hey, Vegas.
Who are we looking at right now?
We recently, right now, this is Vegas. This is my son's cat.
Nice.
My son was very, very instrumental. No, don't do that. My son was very, very instrumental in our rescue. He passed away 3 years ago. And
wow.
Actually, when you come up here, you will be driving on his road. We have a road named after him. It's Corbin's Corner.
Wow.
But he is so this is his cat. We couldn't do without his cat. So
I understand.
Vegas, want to say hi? Say hi to everybody.
Thank you, Erica, for putting that up there. Erica just put in the live feed comment section. Paw Paws Pet Rescue, guys. If you guys follow them again on Instagram or Facebook, please do, guys. I've been told a lot of stuff about Michelle and her rescue, and I'm looking forward to meeting her. I've heard nothing but great things, guys. So please check them out. Are all of your animals up for adoption right now, or is it foster based, or how does it work?
Okay, so good question. Thank you for asking that. We have a number of dogs in foster care. We do not release any of our dogs until our vets give us a medical release. So we may have, 31 dogs up on the property, and I may have, 15 or 20 in foster care, but we may only have like 10 or 12 that are ready to be adopted. Okay. So as the dogs become released from the, vet care, from the medical, then we go ahead and we place them up for adoption. So right now, like when you come up here, if you have the opportunity to share time with us, we do have on the property, on the rescue side where the rescue ranch is, we have, I want to say, of the 17 that are on the property, I think only 12 of them are ready for adoption. So, and some of them are going to be hard to place because maybe they are an only dog, or maybe they're still going to have medical needs when they leave us. It takes very special people to adopt, an unsocialized dog, or a dog that doesn't know how to live inside a home, or maybe a dog that only has two legs instead of four. So, it takes a lot. It really does. And I have to say, without our fosters, without our supporters, without people that like our pages, we would never, ever be able to be where we are today. Because when we started this, I told my husband, we'll rescue one dog a month. We'll get that dog taken care of, and then we'll go ahead and get another one. You know how long that lasted, right?
Yep, I can go for it.
Yep. So, we do what we have to do. It's like my husband says, he knows that this was my dream.
Yep.
It was a dream to have 10 acres of property. It was a dream to have buildings to where the dogs would reside. It was a dream for me to understand being a vet tech and being able to provide medical. It was it's been amazing to partner with some of the biggest names in rescue. It's also been a blessing to be under the radar. So, rescue is not for the weak. And, you have to just go with the flow.
Kathy,
you should know the past couple of days, we've had so many obstacles that haven't been able to bring us together. Yep. And I just go with it.
Yep. Kathy on the feed is from Saving Sage Animal Rescue down in South Florida, which I'll be going to next week. But she says without fosters, rescues couldn't do what they do. And that is a very true statement. Michelle, you are one of you have been one of the most talked about people I've been around. I've been listening to, like, before meeting you, people have been talking to me about you got to contact Michelle, which I know was a big deal. I also want to give a big shout out to Lindsay Gray, who's watching. She also has an amazing rescue out
Hi,
here.
Lindsay.
Oh, you know Lindsay.
Lindsay and I, yes, we partner on a lot of things. Lindsay is amazing. I love you. Hi, Lindsay.
Lindsay is joining the feed. Thank you so much, Lindsay, for joining the feed. I appreciate that. If you can give her a shout out, that'd be amazing. Tell me a little bit about your partnership with Lindsay and her rescue.
Well, Lindsay does more than just rescue, so I want everybody to know that. And when you meet her, you will really enjoy her, Kris. Lindsay is the owner of Poochie's Pet Rescue, and Lindsay and I came together through meeting rescue dogs through Bradford County. And, at one point, Bradford was a high kill shelter. I know that Lindsay has been helping them to get to a point where they're no longer high kill anymore. And anytime, she has auctions, she may have silent auctions. She may have dogs that are really in need. And, a lot of these people that I do know and that I talk to in rescue, they'll tell you I'm not very visible. I'm way behind the scenes. And I take those animals that no one else will take. And that's kind of how I became friends with Lindsay. And a lot of these others. I mean, you were at Taisley. Taz and I go way back. And Taz and I mean, we partner on dogs. I'll take dogs from her. She'll take dogs from me. I mean, it's a great partnership when you don't have drama and when you're able to partner with rescues, not only in the area that you're in, but in all the different states that we're licensed in and that we partner with in different states. So,
one of my biggest things I'm starting, that's why I'm going to all these shelters, is I started a YouTube channel a couple weeks ago. I've been to so many rescues and shelters in Florida and outside of Florida, and they're always saying, Kris, we need more exposure over this, whether it's an animal, whether it's a senior dog, whether it's a long-term stay dog or just a fundraiser. I am on the road for the next, who knows how long it's going to take me to pull off 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Because I know that if I would have come to your rescue or Lindy's rescue or Tasley's rescue and had a YouTube channel as powerful as I'm trying to push for, I can do a lot of wonders in communities like yours. How do you think it would benefit you if we had 1 million dog owners on one channel in Florida and coming to your shelter with that big of a channel? How do you think that would benefit you guys?
I would probably feel really overwhelmed, to be honest with you. I think I'm not sure. That's a good question, Kris. How would you feel?
I'll tell you. Let me explain that too. So when we got off the feed today with at Tasley's rescue over there, she already had people. She already had people asking off the feed about adopting animals already. She already had new likes on her Facebook page. She already had people trying to donate and stuff like that. And we had about 3,000 views on the video that went for about an hour and a half. And I always stress to people, if you guys come to one channel, literally one channel, and we can dedicate that channel to shelters, to rescues all over the state and this country, it can be so powerful because people don't know how much of a beast social media is. And I've been trying to push for this subscriber campaign that I'm on right now for the last couple of days now. That's why I'm always asking directors to get on Facebook Live with me to do these interviews, because I think they're important, because I don't think people realize how selfless you guys are and how much help you guys are without. And I think stuff like a YouTube channel, a social media beast behind you guys that you guys don't have to pay for, you guys don't have to, write in for. Like, I can't tell you how many people are like, oh, we write to these people on Facebook or these influencers and they never respond back to us, or they never help us. They never come out. I'm like, a channel dedicated to shelters across Florida, across the country, like I'm trying to push for, I think would change your entire landscape. in terms of like just, getting words out of stuff. Like, I think the biggest thing is just clearing the shelters. Like, I want to have a channel that's powerful enough to clear shelters and to also do things like when a place like even Taisley was telling me about that she has a building she wants to build. They have a whole design they want to do in that field. If people were to see on a large level how selfless she is and her staff, I think the money would pour in basically for what they're trying to do. It's pretty special. And I know when I come to your rescue, I'm going to find some really special things to pull out of yourself, your rescue. I'm sure I'll meet your husband too. And everything that you guys are trying to do there, I'm sure there's something special that I can pull out of there that I know would rip the hearts out of people if it was spoken on a larger scale.
I think that the concept is amazing, and the fact that you're able to put that together and that you're willing to provide your time and bring all of this together is amazing. One of the things I found, and maybe it's just the type of animals that we take in, sometimes some of our animals are so high profile, or they end up on the news, or we end up becoming part of a case that people call and say, hey, we need your help. And, we have this reputation that Paw Paws Pet Rescue is the go-to rescue when you need something that it's tougher than the normal rescue. So, right. I think being a part of your program is amazing, and it's kind of scary at the same time. Does that make sense? Because you're going to reach all of these people that you want to reach, and they're going to have all of these different rescues and shelters that they can go ahead and choose to be a part of. Right. Not every rescue is for every person. So, can you become inundated? Can you become troubled? Can you become bothersome? There's the pros and the cons of it. But the bottom line of it is we need to think of the animals. And like you said, if we can empty the shelters, one of the ways to empty the shelters is educating people. And I think what you're doing is you're educating people to the other side of what's available. Yep. And that is something that you should be so proud of. A lot of people don't know there's rescue. They don't know that there's transports. They don't know that there's shelters that, need their help in the backwoods.
You make a great point, Michelle, because when I started doing this campaign, I just started this campaign, and I'm up to about maybe 15, 1,600 subscribers now. And I'm on my road to 1 million. It's going to be a long road unless somebody sparks me up. But a lot of the people that are reaching out to me, they're like, they're like, Kris, we're a rescue. Is that okay? I'm like, why are you asking that question? Like, of course it's okay. The shelters couldn't make it without like rescues. Like, I don't like when people are not understanding there's rescues, but like, I don't know why they're in a different category really in terms of, what they're doing. Their selfless, motivations are not much different than the people in the shelters. Like, I don't see the difference really in my eyes in terms of like what we're all on the same team. I also want to point out that Lindsay Gray made a comment. She said, adopt, foster, sponsor, volunteer, donate, share. We all can make a difference. I love that, Lindsay. That was really well put. Thank you for writing that. Also, I want to shout out to Richie's Animal Rescue. He said, video and social media is such a great tool. Highlighting rescues is such a great thing. We have been called crazy for wanting to promote our competition, but we love our fellow rescues and the cause. I appreciate you saying that, Richie. Thank you so much. Kathy from Saving Sage Animal Rescue in South Florida. Thank you for joining this feed. Other directors I know are on here. I think I saw my friend Jesse on here from Safe Animal Shelter somewhere. But I just wanted to shout out those people because I know all these people are behind you. I'm having so many, when I go on live feeds, I know directors and outreach coordinators from other shelters and rescues are joining. And I know that they're always saying to me, like, when do you sleep, Kris? But I'm on a serious mission, and I'm going to hit 1 million followers one day, or subscribers on YouTube. So if you guys haven't subscribed to my YouTube, please, guys, Jordan's Way Charities. It's Jordan's Way Charities. I am on right now with Michelle from Paw Paws Pet Rescue. She says it's like in the boonies. It's either going to be Kent on your GPS or it's going to be Hilliard on regular address, I guess. But she was saying she has about 31 animals there. This is like her dream. Her husband really helped her out. I love that story, by the way, when your husband sacrifices and stuff like that. Hi Jessica, by the way. But I do appreciate you telling the story. I do want you to talk more about. Okay, so tomorrow I'm also going to. I want you to know if you know this rescue. Are you familiar with Roland Senior Dog Rescue?
I am. You're going to see Ralph, and you're going to see his lovely wife, Gail.
Yes.
So you're actually going. Yes.
I'm going there tomorrow.
Yep, we've partnered with them as well. They've taken a couple of our. Yep, they've. Look, I've got a lot of friends. Look at Whitney's here. Hi, Whitney, Patrick, Lindsay. Hi, Janet. Janet is up north. She adopted a dog from us. Hey, Lori. She's on our board of directors. A lot of the people that are joining now are very strong supporters of our rescue and believe in what we do. Barbara, who is up in Ohio, I met many years ago when we first started partnering. And she lived in South Carolina, if I'm correct. And hey, Samantha. She transported one of our very first rescues out of a shelter, a very high kill shelter. And she came down to one of our big events that we had. And hi, Danielle. I see Danielle's here too. We work with Danielle's husband. Hey, Chris. We have some amazing people. Hey, Jane. Jane jumped on. Jane's from the Panhandle. Look at all these people. This is amazing. Look at Samantha. Samantha adopted from us many years ago. Hey, baby.
Was it worth the wait, Michelle?
Oh my goodness. I tell you, it is, it's amazing. It's amazing. My husband and I sat down one night and we had rescued a very high profile dog. And unfortunately, this dog, he didn't live very long after we rescued him. His name was Moose, and he was diagnosed with lupus. And he was in a high kill shelter. And let me tell you, that dog brought so many of us all together. Right. And I can honestly tell you that the people that keep jumping on here and the people I'm saying hi to, these are people that believe in what we do. And that goes back to what you and I were discussing earlier on, that, people are going to choose different rescues. I mean, if you look at where you're going tomorrow, you're going to see, Ralph and Gail, and they specialize in seniors. Yep. And they don't take them just because they're old. They take them because, medical needs. They take them because they truly, truly, truly have it in their heart to, give these dogs kind of like a hospice place. Yep. Until, they're able to no longer be a dog. And, yep. That's commendable. Yeah, that's commendable. So, you just have to, again, people will pick and choose. Do you want to support rescues that specialize in puppies or Boston Terriers or, again, us, we take, it doesn't matter what the breed is. If they need us and we have the ability to take that dog, we do. And hi, Nicole. Nicole's here. Casey just is a brand new mommy, and she's part of our board members. Hey, Casey.
Congratulations.
We just, yes, she's got a beautiful, beautiful baby. And Ramona is up north in Ohio, I believe. Hey, Ramona. But we have, that's the whole thing. We have people that are from all over the place. They're not just local. So
Right.
we reach across the United States. I mean, we have some followers that are overseas. It blows my mind. But they're
Yep.
people that have chosen our rescue because of what we do, not necessarily because it's a rescue.
Right.
There it is. See, Lori says, rescue by need, not by breed. You got it, girlfriend. And hey, Nicole, it's good to see you. You better get back down here. Nicole she used to be our raffle coordinator. And then she moved with her husband up to Virginia. Hey, Ramona. But, getting back to what we were talking about, in my rescue, it's all about that dog.
Yep.
It's not about me. It's about the dogs. And, that's true rescue. And when, you brought up a very valid point. Somebody said to you, you said that it's a rescue. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And we are okay.
Yep.
Okay. We're not in our right minds because anybody that does this, we lose sleep. We don't have, we don't have everything that a lot of other people would have. I mean, our bank accounts are not for us. They're for our rescues.
Yep.
So you just have to understand. My husband always says to me, he says, you've turned around and you've gone off the cliff. And he's right. I go off the cliff. So, hey, Jessica. Jessica's one of my fosters right now. She's got 2 of our puppies. Nice. And Sandy. Hey, Sandy, how are you? Sandy is one of our congresswomen, I believe, or I can't remember. Anyway, she's there. And Dorothy, hey, Dorothy, glad you could make it. Dorothy adopted one of our hard to place dogs.
You are one popular woman, Michelle.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You told me.
Listen, we're gonna have to do this.
I did not know that.
I will literally change your life as a rescue owner if we do this every week. Because people are gonna check in. They're gonna want to know what's going on every week at your rescue. It's actually, I always tell people they undervalue social media and how people want to know what's happening. You know what I mean? Like we can get on this feed every Friday night and you can tell me about the week at the rescue. And I promise you, maybe there's one little thing like, oh, but we didn't have enough of, whatever dog chow, or we didn't have enough large dog harnesses. And you're going to find them at your doorstep on your Amazon wish list. Somebody's going to order them and put them on your doorstep. That stuff is important. I always tell people, like, these live feeds, they're so important, these interviews, because I get to hear from the directors. I get to know what they need. Their community gets to know what they need. I think the static photos or the static request of like, oh, we're in urgent need or desperate need, or they have these large pleas out there on Facebook when they put these posts out. I'm like, those are fine. The problem with those things, it takes out the personal touch. Like people, when they get to see you on Facebook Live with me, they're all coming in. They're very excited to see you. They're very excited to comment and talk to you like this. This is more personable. So like for me, like, is there anything right now that your rescue needs that your community who's watching and my community who's watching as well can know about? And do you guys have an Amazon wish list?
We do have an Amazon wish list. We're very fortunate that it does very well. Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, Lori. We do very well. We partner with PetSmart charities. They keep us well stocked. We partner also with the Hilton, and they keep us well stocked in linens when they actually have their hotels open. But the biggest thing that, hi, Lori, the biggest thing that we usually need more than anything, obviously, is, dog food is always something that we always need. But can
you tell us what brand?
Right now it's we actually use Nature's Recipe. Okay. And it's chicken and sweet potato, chicken and rice. And that's both for puppies and for adults. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Jessica. I'm surprised all these people are awake so late. Because we all get up before the crack of dawn.
We're doing COVID right now. We're all stuck at home.
Well, yeah, I guess so. But, at the same time, I'm usually asleep by now because my husband's getting ready to get up to go to work. How is our sweet parvo girl? Oh, Samantha, she's hanging in there. They couldn't find a vein to put her IV fluids in. So what happened was, they had to go through the neck. And from what I understand, she's trying to eat, but she can't stand up. So she's pretty weak, but we've got a long road ahead of us. But, I've got to thank Marin, who is, you're right, Lori, we rescue. Do we sleep? No. But, the parvo puppy is hopefully going to make it. So thank you so much for asking. Thank you so much.
Michelle, I work with a lot of shelters in Tampa because I live in the Tampa Bay area. One of the things I have noticed about your community, from Safe Animal Shelter down to Tasley's, rescue, and to other places, I'm learning that you guys work together really, really well. For example, a lot of the rescues and shelters I'm working with by you guys over here allow me to be editors of their Facebook page, so I can go live, I can talk to your community, I can also share. So when I was at Safe Animal Shelter, Tasley was like, oh, when you go live at Safe, put it on our page. When you go live on this page, put it on our page. I'm like, in Tampa, and I don't mean to bad talk my own city, but they won't let you do that. That doesn't happen. I'm an admin and editor for a lot of Facebook pages in the Tampa Bay area when it comes to rescues and shelters, but they will never let me commingle an animal on one Facebook or another. I always say, I'm like, that is so wrong. Like, we're on the same team. But like right now, I'm actually having this actual interview is on my Jordan's Way page. It's on the Safe Animal Shelters page, and it's also being shared now on Ralph and Gail's senior rescue page. So right now, you had mentioned that you worked with Ralph before. You know about Roland Senior Dog Rescue. So he's probably watching you right now because you're on his Facebook as well, because you guys all work together, which I think is amazing. What can you tell me? What am I walking into tomorrow with Ralph and Gail?
You are walking into sincerity and wholesomeness. You're not walking into anything fake. Ralph and Gail, they present themselves as who they are. They also are down to earth. What you see is what you get. Yep. And that's super, super important, especially dealing with, the types of dogs that they do deal with. Yep. One of the reasons I think all of the rescues that you're talking about commingle so well is that a lot of these rescues are drama-free. We don't sit on Facebook all day. We don't put our personal lives out there. It's a team, and we're in it to win it for the animals that need us, whether it be dogs, cats, birds, horses, pigs. It doesn't matter. And then when one of us goes down, we're there.
Yep. I'm going to interrupt you for 1 second. On my page right now, there's about 40 people watching. I'm not sure how many people are watching on your page or on his page or on Safe Animal Shelters. We probably have about 75 or 80 people watching. So I want to always reiterate who I'm talking to. Guys, I'm talking to Michelle. She is the director of Paw Paws Pet Rescue. I'm in Northern Florida. If it's on your GPS, it's Kent. And if it's not, it's Hilliard. She runs a rescue out there. And I have heard nothing but amazing things. I want everybody to take a minute to go to Paw Paws Pet Rescue on Facebook and like them. I want you to go on their Instagram and follow them. I want you to share this interview as much as you can. Go back and listen to this interview because Michelle has made some amazing points. Also, guys, please, again, the more you like their pages, the more you share their pages, the more their voice is heard when they're posting about any of the needs of their rescue. So Please like their page. Also, guys, I'm on a mission right now, going through every rescue, every shelter I can to get 1 million subscribers on my YouTube channel to be a lot more impactful when I show up. So if you can please take a minute to go to Jordan's Way Charities on YouTube and just subscribe. It's free to do. It's one click. Again, it's Jordan's, JORDAN' Way Charities. Jordan was my dog who passed away of cancer a year ago. That inspired me to start this. But it's made it so much fun for me to do this because I get to meet people like Michelle with Paw Paws Pet Rescue. So please take a minute to watch this interview, to share it, to like her page, like her on Facebook. Check out her website. Actually, did we mention? Can you give us the website again so I can write it in the comment section?
Sure. It's pawpawspetrescue.com.
Paws Pet Rescue. Okay. I had put it in the comment section. If you can see the comment section, if you can, because I'm not sure actually, is it going to show up? Did it show up there? Yes, I put it in there on my end. I don't know if there's a different end, but everybody watching, if you don't see it on your end, please, everyone, somebody write again, pawpawspetrescue.com in the comment section. I want everyone to know where to find Michelle's rescue, to see her mission, to see, are your adoptable pets on your website?
Not up to date.
Okay.
Not up to date, but that's coming. We've had a little bit of changes going on, and then, like you said, with this COVID-19, as fast as we've been able to post them on social media, which has been our greatest outlet. There you go. Hey, Casey, thank you for putting that up there.
Thank you, girl. Appreciate that.
Casey, she's awesome. That's my girl. And hey, thank you, Samantha. I appreciate it. See, they're all going to do it. We'll have it like 200 times on there.
That's all right. That's all right.
We are, I forgot what we were talking about just now. Isn't that terrible?
No, you're fine. We were talking about if you had the adoptable pets on your website, you were talking about you had some changes going on.
Right. We have a lot of changes going on, but what we've been doing, like I said, is the old fashioned way. And that has really, really, gotten us to where we need to be. And that is getting the long-term dogs out of our facility, and into homes, and sharing those success stories. Now, those success stories can be found on our Facebook page and also our Instagram page. Our Facebook page is Paw Paws Rescue, Paw Paws Pet Rescue. So it's www.facebook.com/Paw Paws Pet. And then Instagram is Paw Paws Pet Rescue.
Perfect. Can you, I always ask every shelter or every rescue and shelter director for the same question. Because a lot of people like to hear these stories. You mentioned success stories. Can you give me a really, really good one?
A current one or one that happened beforehand?
It could be anyone.
I'm going to go with the current one because, yeah, I'm going to go with the current one because I think that everybody really, really would understand this one. So back in January, we had rescued this dog named Crawford from our local shelter. And he was in some pretty rough shape, so rough that there goes Lori. Yes, Ethan, Lori. And this poor dog was literally had patches of fur. That's it, like little tiny patches. He had no ability to walk. My husband had to carry him. And we picked him up from the shelter. We took him straight to the vet's office. And Dr. Mike and Dr. Brian are simply amazing. They if anybody can work miracles, it's them. Yep. And we turned around and every single day we gave updates. And I mean, he had so many followings, I probably could have started his own page. And we had people donating for him. And anyhow, Ethan, we changed his name to Ethan, and he literally lived up to his name. So a couple of weeks ago, we joined forces with our virtual adoption site that was put together here in the Jacksonville area, so that we could all share our dogs on a certain day. So each rescue would take a day and share their dogs.
Okay.
And this family got a hold of us and wanted to meet Ethan, and they wanted to meet Chief, which was another dog that we had on site. And maybe a couple of hours later, I get this message from the potential adopter. We don't want to meet Chief. We just want Ethan, and we're going to adopt him. So bring him ready for adoption. And the story behind that was because their son's name was Ethan, and their son was an open heart surgery baby ×2. So in other words, it had had open heart surgery twice. And we took this dog, and this dog who is just so popular, and we brought him to this beautiful home, and he stole their hearts, and he stole everybody else's hearts, and people are still following him.
Wow.
But that's the kind of stories that make doing what we do worth it.
Yep.
Because she didn't adopt the dog because of what the dog looked like. She didn't adopt the dog because she just wanted a dog. She adopted this dog because there was an emotional attribute that was able to tie in with what the story was with this dog. So, you know, you have this dog named Ethan who fought for his life.
Right.
And, you know, you have this little boy who has two wonderful parents and a sister who love him dearly. And now he has a dog of his own that shares the same kind of journey that he traveled.
That's amazing. Hey, Michelle.
And to, you know,
I just wanted to, I'm not cutting you off. I want you to finish the story, but I just wanted to let you know that Ralph Roland just entered the feed. So you can stop talking smack about him. I'm just kidding.
Darn it. Ralph.
I just
Hey,
wanted
Ralph,
to
how are ya?
Ralph, I was letting her know that I was coming to your place tomorrow. She said some really nice things about you and your wife, Gail. So I love that you all rescues work together around here. It's so different than what I'm used to. And everybody here is just fantastic. Everyone is so selfless here. Michelle, please finish that story because it was beautiful. I just wanted to let you know that Ralph showed up, and I just wanted to give him a shout out too. So please finish that story.
So when we brought Ethan there, he was a scared dog. I mean, you're talking about a dog who's never lived indoors, not domesticated, and was going to have a long road ahead of him, or so we thought. And right. The first couple of days is always the transitional days, the 333 program. And Ethan settled in right away. But the very first night that he was in their home, he was downstairs and the family was upstairs sleeping. And Ethan cried because he wasn't with the rest of the family. So what happened? Gail turned around and came downstairs, and she slept with Ethan so that he wouldn't be alone. This is the kind of adopters that we have. And wow. These are this is a dog who fought for his life and is now living the amazing lifestyle that he probably never, ever would have lived if it hadn't been for the fact that we rescued him and we rehabilitated him.
That's
so, and every dog has an amazing story in every rescue, and here's the thing, not every rescue is for every dog, and not every rescue can work with other rescues. So, I think it's great on how you're handpicking your rescues. And I have the Leo Bear story and how that you fit miserably, Nicole. Yeah, a lot of my supporters become, yeah. The pit bull story, gotcha. But I mean, not every single rescue can work with other rescues. We all try to do the best that we can, and a huge shout out to everybody that has been amazing in making
Yep.
my journey a fantastic one.
Yep. You have a great reputation, Michelle, and I'm so honored to speak to you today. I'm so excited to come up to you, to the boonies and meet you. I think we're gonna have, I think we're gonna have a lot of fun on live with your animals. I think I'm a different type of fresh air, but I'm one of those fresh airs, and I promise you, over time, when I show up, a difference is going to be made because I'm going to have a lot of people behind me that are passionate like you are, passionate like Ralph is, passionate with Senior Dog Rescue, with you, Paw Paws Pet Rescue, with Sherry from Safe Animal Shelter, Tasley from Helping House Project, all these places that have invited me into their doors, and I got to get my community behind your community, and we're all cross promoting all this stuff. I think in the long term, we're going to make a really powerful network between us. I am a lot of fun though, Michelle. So be ready. We're going to have a lot of fun when I come up there. I think your community is amazing as they come out here at 10:30 at night as we're talking about great stories that you're telling us about. Also, guys, there's also a lot of new people coming in right now, and I always want to reiterate who I'm speaking to. This is Michelle with Paw Paws Pet Rescue. Again, it's up in the boonies, as she says in Florida, in Hilliard, Florida. Guys, I know a lot of people have commented saying they followed you on Instagram now that we're speaking about it. Thank you for following her on Instagram at Paw Paws Pet Rescue. Like her on Facebook, guys. Please like her on Facebook. Michelle, I don't know if you have it offhand, but in the comment section, I can put it, and you can put it, and all your followers can put it. If you have an Amazon wish list link, I mean, people can see that, and if we can put it in the comment section, I don't know if you know it offhand. If you don't, it's okay. But I'm sure somebody on your feed right now can find it on Amazon and copy the link and paste it into the comment section, if that's possible.
I can get it real quick.
Anybody else that's following us right now, listening to us, help us out too. I know it's late, guys, but this is important stuff. Any of the needs that the rescues or the shelters need, I like to be, up close and personal with that need is. So please, guys, anybody watching, please post it if we don't get it fast enough. I would really appreciate that. And thank you again to Ralph for coming up on the feed tonight. Also, Kelly coming up from Saving Sage Animal Rescue in South Florida. I had other people come from the Humane Society of Pasco County, where I live over there in Tampa. We had Helping Hounds Project also show up earlier in the feed. We had, I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Who was the other girl that showed up? Lindsay from Pooch's Pet Rescue also show up. I love when you guys all show up and you support great people like Michelle. Everybody else, thank you for showing up as well. Please, guys, if you guys can find her Amazon wishlist URL, she's looking for it now too, but just post it. That's important. Pooch's Paw Paws Pet Rescue, I'm sorry, in Hilliard, Florida. Look them up on Facebook. Look them up on Instagram. It's important that we get behind this woman and her husband for what they're doing. Their selfless acts. I mean, they're amazing. So I appreciate all the time you've given me tonight too. Did anybody post that link yet?
Thank you. I know I did. Casey did. I'm not sure if you can see it.
Oh, yes.
I think that would work.
Okay. Thank you, Erica.
Did Erica grab it?
Oh, no, Erica was just shouting out that Melissa Bertoli, she was another one that joined here. She's from Dog Totally Dog Rescue. That's in South Florida. Next week, Michelle, I'll be actually doing the same tour for 1 million subscribers on YouTube in South Florida, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Coral Springs. Thank you, Melissa.
Awesome.
Just came up. Thank you, Melissa, for joining us. Guys, everyone who's watching.
Where I grew up.
Where's that?
Miami.
Oh, you go, girl. Are you a Miami Dolphins fan?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, me too.
I am a Dolphins fan. I'm a diehard Dolphins fan. Yes.
I am actually.
Yes, absolutely. I graduated.
I am the shame of my family, Michelle. I grew up in Jersey and I became a Dolphin fan.
Hey, it is what it is. Well, I know that you're probably not. I am looking at the clock, and I know I shouldn't be, but I have got 13 dogs that I have got to give medications or out time to, because hubby will be getting up and he'll be wondering why they're not done yet.
All right. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, Michelle. I'm going to come out there either tomorrow or Sunday, whatever works best for you. Just let me know. I want to thank everybody for coming. I mean, there's so many people that are still on this feed. This is fantastic. Guys, please share. It's been a long day. Please share Paw Paws Pet Rescue.
Get some rest.
Paw Paws Pet Rescue, guys. Please share them.
Excited.
Please share them, guys. Please, everybody, please, right here. Please subscribe to Jordan's Way Charities on YouTube, guys. I'm trying to get 1 million subscribers. I want Michelle to say the last word, though. So, Michelle, give us the last word. Tell us about anything you want to tell us about before we say goodnight.
I just want to thank everyone that supports our rescue or supports any rescue. I know that that is a thing that comes from your heart. And without you, we couldn't do what we do. And, Kris, I look forward to meeting you. I thank you for letting us have this time. And to everybody that I'm talking to, and I see you on my thread over here. Good night. I love you too. Look I can't believe how special you guys are. It was exciting. Nicole, you're right. It was. And I'm, Kris, if you ever want to do this again, I'm all in it for you. Good luck in your travels, and I do look forward to meeting you.
All right, sounds good. We're going to do this weekly, girl.
Hey, you just tell me when, and I'll be here.
All right, good night, everybody. Good night, Michelle. Everyone like them and share them like I asked you to, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, baby.
Kris.
Later.
Absolutely, you got it. We'll put it out there. Bye-bye.